Good morning. Let's meditate. So I do this every day on YouTube. I get into a state of samadhi very quickly. But for those who join me the first time, you have no idea what I'm talking about, perhaps. So let me just revisit. It's okay to revisit many times if it's important. To meditate, what I see happening is to have my mind calm and quiet. Empty mind, no self. As I get into this state of no mind, no self, my mind is calm, obviously. To notice breathing, calm and quiet. Natural breathing. When I say natural, you cannot make it natural because you have your mind playing. So you have to let the mind go to be natural. It's like physiological change to take place. Blood may circulate all over instead of mind occupied, using lots of blood to think. So you let the mind be free, and you are in the now. You have 5 or 6 senses, depends on how you call it, like eye, ear, nose, taste, skin, and mind. It's operating naturally. You also feel inside the body more vividly, which you may not feel when you are occupied in the mind. I go quickly into this state. I call it, I don't know when I start to call it, but I call it my home, my eternal home, root of my being, absolute state of being. It's just word, and you may not experience what I am experiencing. It's because we are different people. Some call it non-duality, except I don't like that term because it has a connotation of concept. And we have nothing to do with concept, just a state of being. So I feel, for example, the air coming through my nostril, in and out, is so fresh. And my shoulder, muscle, neck, tension, there are some, but not a lot. And I'm encouraged to loosen up sometimes by moving, like a little neck and spine, and the position of how I'm sitting. Sometimes I move around a little bit, a few millimeters, to balance out. And you start to settle, become quiet. But if you're doing the first time, it may not be that simple, because we may be doing something beyond what the mind wants to do. But that you can see is a way to control mind, except you're not controlling, because you're letting the nature take place. And if you can get to this state multiple times a day, it's like you're refreshing your state of being. So there's energy flowing more smoothly, and the body is happy as a result. When body is happy, you are happy. If you think you are happy because of the mind, to me that's very shallow. Deep level of what I call happiness is in tune with the way of the universe or the way of nature. And there's a resonating sense that things get connected, even you melted into nature, connected to the universe. And obviously that sounds weird, but that's the sense if you get deeper into it. You may even feel the oneness with the universe, how the universe operates with laws of universe. Leaving the mind alone. If you get it, that means you will lose it. So you may have to go back and forth, and it may help to clarify the mind. I'm posting one video I just recorded. It's about the balancing. The mind plays the game as if everything is urgent, there's a purpose and what to do. In our heart, at the meditative state of being with the way of nature, you may have access to what's the core, how the life operates, we live, how the universe functions. Be one with it, because no mind bothering. And we are in this state. The breathing gets calmer, calmer. Your metabolism change to be in line with the way of nature. You let go. Your mind wants to play. If they want, let them play, but don't be bothered. Recently, maybe yesterday, I posted Einstein's quote. Weak person, what was it? Weak person, revenge. Strong person, forgive. Intelligent person, or you want to call it awakened person, ignore. In that post I said, maybe ignore is a little bit different. Just observe and let it be. As it is. And that's a state of samadhi, no mind, no self, eternal home, the core of our existence, connected to the way of the universe, where the miracle happens. And one of the miracles is that we are alive. You're not doing the job. You are just playing in the mind. But you don't recognize what's behind. So you may become self-centered, which has its own value, to optimize something. But don't lose the connection to the root of who you are. And if you don't know the root of who you are, this is where we are checking this moment we sit and meditate, to let the mind be and connect to the heart. I talked enough. You don't have to ignore the thought. You can just let it be. Then it would evaporate. If it doesn't, just keep on doing until it evaporates on its own without your trying. Then you find your home, which you may not find, or even if you find, you may lose it. Why? Because you're human. Nothing to regret. It's just a way of getting to know ourselves better, to connect to the root. I call it eternal home. There may be a sense of miraculous things to happen. That's why I say we are the miracle of the universe. To be alive. Don't be arrogant, but be appreciative. Or you don't try, so that you may automatically realize what it is like. Some may even call it you are in nirvana, or blissful sensation, aligned with the way of the universe. I know it's a mumbo jumbo words. Words cannot explain it. So we can be just silent. Except the phone comes in. I don't know how to turn it off. I don't want to be bothered. Those interruption happens. Let it be. If you get lost in mind, just refocus on breathing, or just pay attention to what's going on and accept everything as it is. The sound of it, the feel of it, everything as it is. Repetition is the mother of skill. Wrong repetition, you confirm into the wrong direction if you repeat. Be awakened. As a way to be awakened, have a calm and quiet mind multiple times. It's no problem to use brain and mind. Just know the root. And when you feel disconnected, just come back and repeat. And enjoy the ride, riding the way of the universe. and use the brain with wisdom and compassion. May all beings be happy. Have a good day.